We are here on Overtime, and let me ask the question. Rob Reiner, what do you hope your movie, Being Charlie, will contribute to the national discussion on drug abuse?
Well, just that. I mean, just that, to be part of the discussion. I mean, you know, it's become an epidemic.
It's about
now.
drug abuse.
Well, it is, yeah. I mean, and we've seen it now because it's kind of infiltrated into the white suburban communities.
Heroin.
It's now all of a sudden becoming...
And prescription drugs, too.
Yeah,
Oh,
prescription drugs. It's
absolutely.
becoming a big thing. It's on all the, you know, it's a big issue in all the campaigns. So hopefully we'll be part of that discussion.
No, actually, I don't know why they don't talk about it more, because it is a big issue.
They did in
That
New
is a
Hampshire
white
and
America
Iowa.
issue. I mean, heroin is exploding in the white community.
Absolutely.
Because it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper than the prescription drugs.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's happening. It's
I
pretty...
saw, I saw my neighbor nod off on the lawnmower the other day.
Yeah, I tell you, it's really getting bad when that happens,
When you have
boy.
to landscape your own property. Beverly Hills.
Okay. Any ideas who the Republican and Democratic frontrunners will pick as their VPs? I guess we're at that stage already. I keep saying I want Hillary to pick Elizabeth Warren. That would seal the deal.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
She'll never want to be overshadowed by Elizabeth
It
Warren.
could be a Sherrod Brown. It could be.
I mean, I
Oh,
like him,
that's
but like,
exciting.
But you would
But
like
she
that.
would-
You as a Republican.
I would
because then
love
you
it.
replace
if
the
she's smart,
Sherrod
she'd
Brown
pick
with another
Elizabeth Warren.
Republican.
Double
She won't do
down,
that. She's
get the
not
base
like
out. He's
The base
another.
is going to be out.
No,
What?
I
Base
don't
is
think
going to
the
be
base will
absolutely
be out.
out. If Donald Trump is the nominee, the base is out.
I'm with you. And the
You don't have to worry
Some
about
Bernie voters are going to vote for Trump.
Thank you.
They are.
Absolutely.
This
Based
is-
on trade, based on outsider,
Yes,
absolutely.
that's-
No money in
that's-
politics, same view.
Right.
I think
No money in
Hillary is
politics.
more nervous about Bernie voters right now than she is about Trump voters. I mean, I think she is going to, I think as this thing plays out, she's going to be catering to them more and more. I don't think she's just going to go away.
No. But the bigger question is, who would want to be Trump's VP?
Chris Christie.
That's the question.
Many people.
Right, Chris Christie.
They'll line up.
Would
There'll be
love-
people.
yeah,
Everyone needs an
exactly.
act. I mean, it's like it would be a perfect
All
thing
those
for them.
Quislings have already come aboard. Chris
Exactly.
Christie, Sarah Palin,
Yeah. Right.
Dr.
Whoa. That's scary. Too.
Right.
Dr. Gentle Ben Carson is already. Wayne, to be a good environmentalist or animal rights activist, is it essential to give up meat entirely?
Well, we raise far too many animals for food. It's 9 billion a year. The average American eats 30 animals per year. The global figure is 77 billion. So with 7 billion people, that's 11 animals per person. We've got a small planet that's 70% covered by water. Of the terrestrial landscape, a bunch of it is rock and ice and desert. The habitable portion is limited. Animals, take enormous inputs of grain and water. I mean, we can't afford it. I did an event with Mark Bittman the other night, former New York Times food columnist. He said if the rest of the world adopts our habits on meat eating, we will need 4 Earths.
Oh, yeah. No, we're cooked.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, when you have this many animals, then you're raising them in these horrific factory farms.
Plus the methane.
Right.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that in terms
No.
of the greenhouse gas emissions issue. Animal agriculture is the #2 source in the world.
Right.
I mean, it's enormous. It's 18%. I mean, the head of the UN program on this says, we need to start thinking about our diet. I mean, if we have a Meatless Monday program. Just do it once a week even. If you could reduce it by 15%, which is 1 day a week, that would be an enormous, 1.5 billion animals that you don't raise.
Are you a vegan?
I'm a vegan.
Yeah.
When I was
He said
I
you
said
were
he had to
vegan.
be, 'cause
He said he
so
looks very healthy, yeah.
when I was a little Catholic boy,
Can't do it.
when I was a little Catholic boy, we never thought about eating meat on Friday because you just didn't do it.
Right.
And of course in those days you wouldn't even, vegetarianism didn't exist.
Well, my book-
so you had fish.
Right.
Now we're killing all the fish. But if we could just start with that.
Well, also, in my
Vegetarian
book,
Friday.
I talk about these plant-based proteins. I mean, people are melding food and technology, and
Yes.
we're seeing plant-based proteins are going to mimic all the qualities of chicken and pork. They'll have the same taste and
Peter
texture.
burger.
Tastes just like
Yeah,
chicken.
it tastes. And there's
It's just like chicken.
What doesn't?
and it sounds crazy and futuristic, but I visited a guy who's doing lab-based meat. I mean, we grow cells for insulin to deal with diabetes. We grow cells for organs. Why can't we grow tissue if we want that? I mean, it sounds absurd, but a smartphone probably sounded absurd in 1990.
Right.
Did you eat the lab-based
I did.
meat?
I
How did it
did.
taste?
So I guess I may not be a vegan after that. But yeah, it was just like beef jerky. You know, I don't think beef jerky is going to excite your palate very much, but it was okay.
People love beef jerky. You know who loves it? The Rubes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right next to the Slim Jims
That
on
was
the
coming.
checkout.
Exactly. I mean, it's an impulse buy. It's like, oh, I wasn't thinking about
getting a
buying
Slim
beef jerky.
Jim.
Yeah, how can I resist? It's right next to this. Will the violence of protest outside recent Trump events have any impact on his campaign or rhetoric? I mean, I think already the threat of riots at the convention, which he put out there, has had an effect. Because the people who are voting, the delegates, they're the ones who are going to be at that convention. They don't want to riot.
Well, fairly or unfairly, you can draw a straight line from Donald Trump's dissent among female voters to the March 11th rally in Chicago, which he canceled. And then he retweeted Heidi Cruz's picture. Like he wasn't doing as poorly among women before all of that. And now you see the city of Cleveland, I believe, has bought extra riot insurance because they're getting ready for what may or may not happen. But this is, that's not.
I'm looking forward to it. I missed '68, right? I wasn't there. I was 3 years old.
Oh no,
I'm excited.
It was rough.
Were you there?
Well, I wasn't there, but I was of age and
Right,
watching
But
that.
that was different. 68 was Democrats fighting within their universe. I mean, the Trump protests were mainly Democrats. I mean, it was Black Lives Matter, and it was other folks who don't like
Well,
Trump broadly.
but he was talking about if he doesn't get the nomination.
Oh, yeah.
His
Yeah.
There
brown
will be
shirts
riots.
are going to, yes, they're going to get very upset. And then, I'm not saying I'm for riots. I'm just saying it's going to happen.
And the media will be right there
No,
covering it.
but there is no scenario in which Trump doesn't win the nomination and then goes away quietly and gives
No,
a gracious
no,
speech
absolutely.
and endorses Cruz or whoever.
Exactly.
It's just never, ever going to happen.
No.
So it's nominate him or nothing.
Are calls for a third-party candidate to enter the race likely to garner any real movement? I think that's a great way to stop Trump.
What
Put somebody up there who will siphon off enough votes. I think that's the only way to
I,
do
I,
it.
look,
Then you get
then you
Hillary.
guarantee-
Then
No,
you guarantee
but you
Hillary.
don't actually. I think
Wait,
a lot of
wait,
Hillary
wait.
voters or Bernie voters even would love a place to go that is not Hillary. And I think, unfortunately for that idea, the time to do that was 2 months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And that, whatever the never Trump.
Bloomberg
whatever
was thinking of that
it-
for a
but it
while,
wasn't
but
even
once
Bloomberg. But there was just no movement on it. It was
No,
great,
If you
pundit
want to stop
talk and
Trump,
stuff.
I mean, Hillary is going to beat him. I mean, that's what every
Stop
poll.
saying that. It's not.
She is. She is. Every poll shows this. Come on.
First
You
of all,
can't run for
first of
president.
all,
What are you?
Yeah.
You're not Jewish. You don't believe in Kinahora. What are you saying? You don't even know what that is.
I don't even. It sounds Indian.
Well, it's when you say something. Don't say it
Don't say it
because
to
it's
make-
going to kill it.
Well, but
Jewish
this
thing.
has logic behind it. If you make them complacent that the election is in the bag, they are not going to come out to vote, and it is not in the bag. I don't put anything past this stupid country, including voting for Trump. I remember when they were laughing at the prospect of Ronald Reagan.
But the man was
Well,
the
no-
governor of California
but
for 2 terms.
no one's been able to predict
Doesn't
anything.
matter.
Anyone who thinks that they know what's going to happen is on something.
Come on, he
I mean,
can't- he
we've
can't
been
run for
right
president.
every step of
And
the
it's
way here.
April. You can't. Well, the polls
But he-
mean nothing. As Trump keeps saying himself, I haven't even started on Hillary.
No.
But you can't run for president by going down the list of American ethnic groups and insulting them all in turn. It just doesn't work.
We'll see.
But,
We'll
but
see.
everybody
opposite.
predicted that
Well,
Trump
people
was going to
have been saying that
implode
for years.
20 times.
Yeah,
But
this
this
is-
was within the Republican primary, which is a
that's-
tiny
Right.
universe compared
Yeah.
to what we're talking
This
about.
is a-
I mean, the other thing, the notion, the 50,000 Pennsylvanians who cross over, I mean, that's the scary number for Hillary.
This is a hate fuck election.
But-
People.
Most
is
of them
race
are.
to the
Most of them
bottom.
are how much do you hate it? Listen, for years, starting in 1960, we, with the exception of 72, we always went for the presidential candidate we saw as more inspirational, forward-looking, just pleasant.
Sure.
And now, it's hard to know who's among the 5 that are left. Who is that this time? Really, seriously. Everybody is prophesying gloom and doom. It's really not about energizing your base so much as hating on
Well,
the
not
other
John
side.
Kasich.
Wait a minute.
Kasich?
Not
John
everybody's
Kasich is Mr.
prophesizing.
Positive.
No,
Yeah,
isn't.
he is
That's
and Hillary.
ridiculous.
Hillary's not
Where?
prophesizing.
Yes.
Hillary
gloom and
is
doom.
Yeah, Hillary say what?
Well, she
America's
is.
already great.
Hillary-
We don't
She
need to
about the
make it
things she
great.
wants.
Hillary's the one who said, we don't have to make America great again. America is great.
No, she says, America is great.
should
That's
put it
not
on
very
the hat.
happy.
She says we're not
She's
putting
not
up
very
walls with
pleasant.
tearing down.
Bill Clinton, she is not.
But by the way, Bill, that is itself a sign of weakness that she is running as a candidate of complacency, which is not a good thing to be
It
doing.
didn't work
Right,
in
so why are you
2008.
saying it's in the bag?
Right. Yeah.
It's not in the bag. Have a good night.